What's up guys, this is HFV and today you are joining me for a potentially very exciting game where my home country is facing the country where football was invented. It's Hungary against England. It's a World Cup qualification game. It's going to be really good, I think. This is how the standings look like currently. 3 games gone in this qualification group and the top 2 are facing each other. So it can have a huge influence on the final results of this qualification group. And the game is going to be held in the Puskás Aréna. It is the national stadium of Hungary, opened in 2019, and it has a capacity of 67,215 people. There were also 4 Euro 2020 games held in that. For example, Hungary against France 1-1, Portugal against France 2-2. It has a crazy atmosphere. The stadium is named after the greatest player in Hungarian football history, Ferenc Puskás. He was part of our golden football generation in the 1950s, and back then we played quite many times against England and we beat them at home 6-3. That was actually the game of the century, as we call it, and maybe it's also common in other countries. It was a friendly game, but it was special because barely any team could beat England at home by that time. Speaking of which, let's have a look at the head-to-head games Hungary and England played against each other in the football history. So there were 22 games where these 2 national teams were facing each other. 15 ended up with the win of England. There were 2 draws and there were 5 times where Hungary won. The last game was in 2010 in August. It was a friendly where Hungary led and then England managed to turn the score around by Steven Gerrard scoring twice. But there were more legendary games than that actually. As I mentioned, the game of the century where Hungary won at Wembley 3-6 and next year also at home 7-1. From the England point of view, there were also greater victories. The first game finished 7-0 to England and the third one 8-2, but they were also friendly games. Hungary reached 2 World Cup finals, one in 1938, that was the 3rd World Cup, where we played in France against Italy and we lost 4-2 in the final. And after that in 1954, where Hungary played West Germany in Switzerland in Bern. And Hungary led 2-0, but West Germany managed to turn the score around and it was 3-2, so Hungary lost both their international finals, their World Cup finals. About England reached the World Cup final once, the famous 1966, where they won against West Germany 4-2 in extra time. And after that, England reached the Euro 2020 final, so this year's Euros final, where they lost after a penalty shootout after a 1-1 game against Italy. So these were the great finals of both these national teams. I'm gonna pick the 2 dangerous players of their teams in today's game. From the Hungary side, it's the 20-year-old midfielder Dominik Szoboszlai. He's a deadly free kick taker and he's also a really good player. He plays now at RB Leipzig. From the England team, I would pick, it's really hard to pick, but I would pick Harry Kane from Tottenham, the captain of England. He's a complete striker. He can head the ball, he can shoot, his positioning is excellent. So we're kind of afraid of him, but hopefully our guys can step up today. So yeah, of course I'm supporting Hungary today, but I'm also hoping for a really enjoyable game. So let's go. 26-minute cooling break, not much action so far.
Okay, so I'm tired today, but this first half almost made me fall asleep. Actually, it was a really bad game. I mean, no chances at all. With smaller chances, a free kick for us, huge ball possession for England. So they were hold to the ball, but otherwise they didn't do much. They were just knocking it about in the defensive line and nothing interesting. So really hoping for an improvement.
So 4-0 to England, which is a huge disappointment to us. We didn't turn up at all today. It wasn't even close to the display of the Euro 2020 of Hungary. It was nothing actually. Almost, well,
no chance at all. And with defensive mistakes, they made it through. It was as simple as this. And the last 2 goals, they were goalkeeper mistakes as well. So really disappointed. And according to what we've seen today, we don't have any chance away. So it's really tough for Hungary. But we can trust the guys. And as one of my friends said I watched the game with, this team is worth supporting. So we know that they can get their act back together. But that's the best I can say today. So today, no positive things at all for Hungary, and congratulations to England.
So after one of the worst first halves I have ever seen, after a 0-0 score, England managed to put the ball into the back of the net 4 times in the second half. So it's a big win for England, 4-0. And they deserved it. Kane's header was really beautiful, but the last 2 goals, they were goalkeeper mistakes. So that's really a shame. We didn't turn up at all. Hungary didn't turn up at all today. Our biggest star was also like walking and didn't give any passion. The passion was missing today, which is, I think, a shame when 67,000, the full house, is visiting the game and it's your national shirt on you. And this isn't what Hungarians got used to in the Euros, that they just don't show that kind of fighting spirit. So especially disappointed with the spirit of the Hungarians today. The fan behavior is already getting a huge media hype, and I want to be clear about that. It's a simple misunderstanding. So England players kneel before the game because they show respect with it, and they interpret it, the whole country, as it's a symbol of respect. Hungarians also show the players on the shirt the respect sign. And the fan base also thinks that it's respect, the English one. But the Hungarian one thinks it's a symbol of violence around BLM. So it's as simple as that. The controversies are this simple, because if 2 fan bases are thinking so differently, you can't find a solution. So it's the only thing. It's that simple. The unacceptable part is throwing beer caps at the players. So throwing caps during a game or during any event is unacceptable. That's my opinion, and it's really dangerous as well. So that's really a huge shame. But sadly, it's nothing new, because we have already seen that countless times in football games. So a very easy victory for England today. It's really hurtful as a Hungarian fan, to be honest. But that's it. England dominated it. And thank you for joining me for today. And see you next time. Goodbye.